Hi, my name is Sydney, and today I'm going to be talking about the friction slide video. So to start off the video, Phil makes a tabletop ramp so he can slide down like wood blocks with the different materials like on the bottom of the wood block. So you can, using the different materials on the bottom of the wood block allows you to see how different materials have like different amounts of friction, and you can also record the distance that the blocks traveled as well. So to max this out, Phil and a woman named Sarah pushed each other around on the floor on sleds to experiment with friction, but this didn't really work because you couldn't measure the amount of force that they're using to push each other around, and you can't really measure the distance, and it also is really tiring to do. So they made a maxed out friction ramp. So they built a big ramp, and they used like a pulley system or something to put the ramp at a different angle. The sled with a person on it went down the ramp at 2 meters, and anything higher than 2 meters has less friction, or it has more friction, I'm sorry, and anything less than 2 meters has less friction. So they also put cardboard, carpet, and foam on the bottom of the sled. So the cardboard and carpet had a little bit more friction than the plastic sled did, and the foam had a lot more friction because it didn't even go down the slide, or the ramp, I mean. So the first mini max was Phil put 2 books together, or put 2 books on top of each other, and obviously that's pretty easy to pull apart. And then he did this again, but taking large chunks of the book and like overlapping them with each other. He pulled it apart. You could pull it apart, but it was a lot harder than pulling it apart if the books were just on top of each other. And then he interlocked every page in the book, and by doing this, the book is like pretty impossible to pull apart like that because every page is interlocking and has that friction of every page is building to make it really strong. So he maxed this out by hooking up 2 interlocked books to like a crane thing that he was hanging on over top of a pool or something. I don't know, but he couldn't pull them apart with his body weight being suspended. So the maxed out sled, they polished the bottom of the sled, and by polishing it, it took away some of its friction. So instead of falling down the ramp at 2 meters, it fell at 1.5 meters. And then they put ice on the bottom of the sled, and then this one fell at 1.25 meters. So they did another mini max, which was the climbing frog. It was like a cardboard cut out of a frog that had 2 straws on the back of it, and they were angled like that kind of. So these straws had ropes in them, so when you pulled like one rope, it released the friction on that side so it could climb up the rope, and then the friction on the other side allowed it to stay in place. So if you just do this back and forth, pretty much the frog will climb all the way up to the top because friction allows it to climb. So the third mini max that they did in this video was filling a plastic water bottle with rice. You pack as much rice as you can into this plastic water bottle. You can use a highlighter to like pat it down, I guess, to put more rice in it. And then you take a shish kebab stick and put it in the bottle. And you can lift up the whole bottle of rice with just the shish kebab because the friction is keeping the stick in there and allowing you to pick it up. Phil maxed this out by doing a water jug filled with rice and used like a bigger stick. I forget what it was called, but that worked as well. So the maxed out version of the slide, they used a bike with wheels on it, but they weren't pedaling. And this is different from sliding friction. It was wheeling friction, I think is what it was called. And then they also went down the ramp on a hover disc. and both of those things went really far. I guess because they had less friction. All right, thank you.